understand this, anger almost never arises because of people themselves. It appears because of expectations. I've noticed that many people still hold a belief at the level of, I'll be patient, I won't be provoked, I'll be good, and people will treat me well. Reality methodically breaks this idea, because people behave rudely, unfairly, sometimes outright mean. And every time, anger is not a reaction to their behavior. It's a reaction to the destroyed expectation that things should have been different. When a man gets angry, he almost always feels humiliated, even if he doesn't realize it. Someone interrupted him, didn't acknowledge him, ignored him, and anger becomes a way to regain a sense of control. But in the moment of anger, control is exactly what's missing. There is impulse. There is an inner scream. There is a desire to prove, to push, to punish. And the more a person tries to restore their strength through anger, the more dependent on other people's opinions they appear. The problem is that many men still perceive any disrespect as a challenge, as a test of masculinity, as if somewhere there exists an invisible court that records, endured it weak, responded, a man. This is childish logic. An adult man does not live in a mode of constant proving. He doesn't need to react to every jab, because his sense of self is not hanging on the thread of someone else's opinion. To stop being angry, you need to stop arguing with reality. People will behave the way they behave. As soon as you accept this, most anger simply loses its ground. You no longer expect the cashier to be in a good mood, the driver to let you pass, or an acquaintance to turn out to be reasonable. You simply see the situation as it is, and act from calculation, not emotion. Understand this, when a man has a clear direction, a goal, inner discipline, he simply has no desire to emotionally unload on random people, because it seriously interferes. Anger knocks you off focus, destroys concentration, and forces you to make impulsive decisions. It simply wastes your resources. True indifference to other people's opinions comes when you understand the price of those opinions. Most judgments, words, attacks are empty. They carry no consequences and do not change the trajectory of your life. And when you react to them with anger, you yourself give them weight. It's as if you are saying, yes, this matters. Yes, you hurt me. And by doing this, you lose. You are effectively playing by someone else's rules. Someone threw a remark, looked at you the wrong way, touched a nerve, and you are already boiling inside. While that person has most likely forgotten about you long ago. They moved on, and you stayed with this feeling. The loss is not that someone hurt you. The loss is that you allowed it to stay inside. When you truly don't care, there is nothing to cling to. No internal reaction. No continuation. The situation ends exactly where it began. And at some point it just gets tiring. Tiring to constantly prove something, to react, to engage. You start noticing how many unnecessary people and situations try to get into your head, and you realize they are not worth it. Other people's rudeness, their showing off, their attempts to provoke, all of this is too small to waste attention on. Yes, sometimes you have to respond just to close the issue, but more often you don't even want to, because you already know how it will end, with nothing.